I have it turned the wrong way around. I need to turn it the right way around. Oh, there's the palette. Hi gorgeous, and happy Frugal Friday to you. If you're new to the channel, welcome to you. I make videos like this every Friday focusing on drugstore products, so please subscribe to be notified of new videos in the future. Today I'm showing you a tutorial and giving you my full review on the new Carli Bybel Deluxe palette, and this was done in collaboration with BH Cosmetics. There are 21 eyeshadows within this palette and 6 highlighter options at the bottom of the palette. So I'll show you a tutorial using it, and at the end of the video I'll give you my full review as well as swatches. I've already applied my primer, so we have that done. I'm starting with this beautiful light peach shade and applying this onto the inner half of the lid. And with this deeper brown from the palette, I'm applying this onto the outer half of the lid. Taking the lighter brown at the top of the palette, I'm using this for my crease and applying it with a fluffy brush. And once I have a good amount of that deposited, I'm going back and blending along the edges to diffuse any harsh lines. And the last eyeshadow I'm using in this look is this deep plum purple. It is so beautiful. It's probably my most favorite color in this palette. And I'm using this to define the outer V. And going back and doing some more blending to finish off the look. Skipping straight to the face, I am applying one of the highlighters. Not in my usual fashion, but I'm doing this so you can see how one of them looks on the skin. And for my lips, I first applied NYX's Pumpkin Pie. Then I went back with the gold highlighter in this palette and applied it to the middle of the lips. Great way to use highlighters if you don't like them on your face, but you still want to utilize them in a look. Okay, so can I just tell you how much I love this palette? I love it. Ever since I got this one in the mail, I have been obsessed with it. There was a string of 5 days straight when I did nothing but wear this palette, and I loved every single look that I have created with it. It's extremely pigmented. As you saw in the tutorial today, you don't need a lot of effort to get these eyeshadows onto your eyes, and they last a long time too. They look just as good as when you had first applied them by the end of the day. So bonus! I'm not really one of those people that cares so much for highlighter options, but the highlighters that are included in this palette are also very pigmented and they last a long time on the face too. So if you're a highlighter girl, you're gonna love this one. One of the things I love so much about this palette is the color selection that Carli chose for this palette. She did a wonderful job, and it's one of the best palettes I feel like I have in terms of warm eyeshadows, where every eyeshadow in here goes with the other eyeshadows that are in here too, if that makes sense. It was designed with purpose. It makes sense. It's not like she stuck some cool tones in here with warm tones and then they kind of clash with one another. They all make sense and they go together so nicely. And like I said, the combinations with this one are endless. It's been one that I have not been able to put down since I got it. And it's a great little size for travel too, so you can bet your boots that I'm gonna be packing this one in my suitcase when I go up to see my parents here in a couple weeks. By the way, when I talked about the Deluxe palette on Snapchat, I did have some people message me and ask me how I liked it compared to her palette from last year. And her palette from last year was equally fantastic in terms of color range, pigmentation, etc., etc. Really like this one. but I love the Deluxe palette, even more so than her palette from last year. So if you've been debating about getting the Deluxe palette based off of last year's palette, don't. And I love this palette so much that I'm also posting some tutorials with it on my Instagram account. So if you don't follow me over there, head on over to my Instagram account. It's up here somewhere, and you can find some more tutorials using this palette. So let me know, what did you think about her Deluxe palette? Have you picked it up yourself, or what are your thoughts on it based off of today's video? Would love to hear your feedback on this palette. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I look forward to seeing you again next week.